Good evening, everyone. If you're connecting from India or Australia, good morning. Hope everybody is doing well. So, welcome to our virtual evaluation session tonight. My name is Shubha Baduri, and I'm going to be your host for tonight's session. So, before we start, I'm going to remind you a few etiquettes for the meetings, which is keep yourself muted and keep your video on, please. If your name is not showing, so please write your name. I mean, it's not iPhone or Samsung something. So today we have amazing speaker, and they are Dr. Smita and Ashok Singh. Um, so Ashok has been working in corporate training and development for several years, and Dr. Smita has a PhD in plant science um, and building this business opportunity by choice. And they are impacting many people over the world, like in India, USA, Canada, and through their mentorship. So please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Smita and Ashok Singh.
Thank you so much, Shubha, for the great introduction. As Shubha mentioned, we're Ashok and Smita coming you from Toronto, Canada. And today we're going to speak from the heart. It's going to be a really great presentation tonight. And with the holiday season, hopefully tonight's going to be the best gift you have, because after our presentation, you're going to be thinking, why didn't anybody tell me about this opportunity before? So it's really a great opportunity because we live in strange times. 2 years ago, people were dissatisfied with the work, and there was massive people leaving work and resigning. Now there's massive layoffs, so the world's changing so fast, and we don't know what 2023 will be like. But we'll give you hope tonight. We're going to show a great opportunity where you can do something outside of your work or studies and build an asset for yourself. And here's my wife, Smita.
Thank you, Ashok. Hi, good evening, everyone. Smita here, and thank you so much, Shubha, for a great, introduction. So, as Shubha mentioned, I'll tell a little bit about myself. I have done my PhD in plant science, and when I saw this business opportunity, I was working full time. And I have two boys, they are 17 and 19 now. Back then, they were like a little younger. And when we saw this opportunity, we saw something unique about this opportunity. That's we are going to share you tonight with all of you. As Ashok said, it's the best gift actually for the holiday season, because this is something, what is exciting about this business opportunity? Like, this is something you can do along with your current job. If you are a student full-time, or you are working full-time, or you are a young mother with the small kids, whatever, I know, because any of this situation, everybody is very, very busy. Time is so precious, right? But this opportunity is so unique that you can build this opportunity along with whatever you are doing it. That was the exciting part for me. And the other thing is, the concept we have for this business opportunity is called household gold. So what is household gold is about, basically you convert your expenses into investment. So basically, simply you switch your buying location and you become a brand ambassador of your own product, whatever you are using, and you make money. For example, right here, I have a can. It's a very popular drink in India called Thumbs Up, and maybe most of you know, on the screen, Shah Rukh Khan, he is a Bollywood actor. I mean, so he is endorsing this product, right? So what is happening? Doesn't matter he's drinking this product or not, he's getting paid, right? Now we have an excess energy drink. Now we drink this excess energy drink, and we actually drink it and we get paid. How cool is that? And I'm just giving you one example. So you can become a celebrity in this business by using your own product and you get paid. How cool is that? So we are going to show you how you can do that, in our small next 20 to 30 minutes presentation. And, you will have the opportunity that, I had some opportunity in my lifetime that I can be in a business and earn income. And the income potential we will talk tonight, is unlimited. Whatever you want, you can earn through this business. So yeah, over to Ashok. I'll share the slide.
Okay, so before I begin, let's give a bit of a background about myself. I was 2 years old when I came to Canada. I studied here. I did my master's in educational technology from Concordia University. And then I worked in various industries throughout my 20 plus years in my career. I worked in nonprofit and the profit sector. So in the nonprofit sector, I worked in the hospitals and educational institutions. And a lot of times people think that in those type of jobs, they're government funded, they're very secure. But the fact is they're government funded, and governments change and governments are unstable. So funds change year to year. So it's not really a stable job as people think it is. Then I also work in the profit sector with corporations, in banks and different industries, retail industry. But with corporate sector, what happens is that people look at assets and expenses and liabilities. And what's the biggest liability for a corporation? Employees. And who do they look to cut costs first? Employees, right? So as an employee, you have to think that, sometimes you think your job is in your hand, but you don't really own the job. The job owns you. I remember a few years ago when we used to live in the US, we bought our first home as our dream home, and we spent money renovating it, finishing a new basement and everything, really excited about it. But then within a year later, there was layoffs at our company, and then I had to leave. I had to leave the US and I had to come back to Canada. So, there's many stories like that. I have relatives who built a nice dream home, but then they had to, sell their home because they had to move. At workplace, our director was retiring. And when she retired, she gave up her big home too, because she had to downsize. Because income is good as long as it comes. So once the job income stops, you're stuck. So we're going to show you something today where you can build an asset for yourself. So we're going to show you how you can build an asset for yourself, and then how you can build something like Smita said, if you're a student doing full-time, or if you're working full-time. And we're going to show you how you can, without disturbing any of those, you can build a big asset. So there's four key things we'll talk about tonight. Mutual trust and transparency. We'll talk about credentials versus character. So in this opportunity, you don't really need credentials. I have a master's degree, Smita has a PhD degree, but those credentials didn't really help us build a big business. What helped us was our character. Because in this opportunity, there's a strong mentorship program. So you don't need any previous experience. What you need is a willingness to listen, learn, be teachable, be accountable. If you have those traits, you'll really do well. So what we're looking for is people with character. And education is the key, no matter what industry you are. You always have to educate yourself. You have to be on top of things and look for innovative ways to keep, when difficulties come in, it's your education that will help you overcome those. And we'll talk about facts versus opinion, because with every opportunity, there's all kinds of opinions about it. And we'll talk about clear-cut facts that are undeniable, and we'll show you how, that you can see this is a real great business opportunity for yourself. And you have to build a case for yourself. We're looking for people with integrity, accountability. We value people versus profits, because technologies will always change. Technologies will evolve. But the backbone of our business is the people. It's the people that drive our business. And so that's why we value people over profits. And how you succeed will depend on your level of ambition and the decision process. Building a case of yourself means that you have to show why we want to work with you, and we have to see why you want to work with us. I remember when we first saw this opportunity, this couple were both financially free at a young age. And we wanted to know, what did they do to build a big asset for themselves? And many people wanted to work with them. And we realized that if we want to get their help, we have to have those traits, because they can't work with everybody. Time is limited and nobody has time to work with everybody. But if you are really accountable and showing that you're willingness to learn, people will help you. But most important is your why. Because if your why is not strong, you'll not succeed in anything in life. If you look at students, who are working studying full-time and working full-time, it's not easy. And you see students who get A grades despite having part-time jobs and stuff, and you realize, how do they do it? It's their why is strong. They value time. They make time work for them. For them, they accomplish something in 1 hour where other people spend 3 or 4 hours trying to study, and they don't really do as well, because their 1 hour is more productive. And all these things can be overcome if your why is strong. I remember when we're building the business, I'm working full time, sometimes in the season like now, it's cold, there's traffic, sometimes it's snowing, it takes about 2 hours to come home. And then how could you build something outside of your work if you're so tired? But if your why is strong, you don't feel tired, you feel ambition. So here's what we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to talk about 4 ways of making money, how you can build an asset. We'll talk about our business plan, our business training, and compensation structure. As Smita said, in our opportunity, the sky's the limit. So tonight, you'll be thinking that for me, maybe $1,000 extra a month is real good money to make. Some people will want $5,000, $10,000 a month. It's up to you. You decide how much you want to make. how much time you want to put into this opportunity, and get back to the person who's invited you, who's going to help you. And then they can map out a game plan for you and how you can accomplish that. So we're going to talk about how people make money. In our opportunity, you'll see there's 4 different ways people make money today. Someone's an employee, someone's self-employed, someone's a business owner, and someone's an investor. So if you look on the left side with employee and self-employed, but in the world today, about 80% or 90% of people are in this half, employee or self-employed. And only maybe like 20 or 10% are on the other half, on the right side, with the business owner investor. But if you look at where the money is made, that 10 to 20% of people are making 90% of the money. Why is that? Because they're operating in a system that's really efficient. Because an employee, we all have 24 hours in a day. And so we cannot increase that. And out of the 24 hours, people work 8 to 10 hours a week. Some people can stretch that working 15, 16 hours. But it comes to a point where the body and mind cannot function, because we're human, we cannot last that long. We need to sleep, we need to rest as well. So we only have a limited hours a day. But a business owner can have multiple hours in a day. We have 15, 16, maybe they'll have 1,000 hours in a day because they have more employees working for them. We have ourselves working, they have hundreds of people working for them. That's why a business owner always has more time. Now, if you look at an employee, right, they trade time for money. So for us as an employee, we want to get paid more, but then we have to work more. It's like a vicious circle. And the more you work, then they get paid. If you work less, you get paid less. But we're going to show you today how you can work more and spend less time doing that, which sometimes seems impossible, but we'll show you today. Now, if you look at a scenario, suppose an employee is like a web developer who develops great websites and designs for the company. So the employee wants to be the best in their field. And if the employee feels that their designs are creating great opportunities for the company, great income, and the company's doing well because of them, they feel that I'm putting all my hard work, I'm getting some salary, but the company's making a lot of money because of me. So why shouldn't I be self-employed where I can work for myself and make more money? And so then they create a job for themselves. But both sides, they have no leverage. See, a lot of people think bank balances are great. The more bank balances you have, it's good. But people don't think about the time balance. If you have more time, it's actually more valuable than money, because if you ask any successful person or any wealthy person, they'll tell you that time is more lucrative than money. And research has shown that people, in the later stages of their life, when they look back, they said that they wish they spent more time with their people, their friends and their family, because life is short. You can always make various ways of making money, but you cannot create time for yourself. Now, this self-employed person is making great designs, but he or she is the business. An employee can take time off from work if it's a very bad snowstorm. The employee will tell the boss, I'm sick, I can't come in today. But a self-employed cannot do that. They're the business. If a self-employed has to travel to their workplace, they'll do it in any snowstorm, because they have to. Employee can take a vacation for 2 weeks. A self-employed, if they take 2 weeks of vacation, their business will shut down and they cannot afford to do that. So they're not a happy person because their family's not happy now because they're working so long. The government's not happy because they're always suspicious they're not declaring all their income. If you have people working with you or self-employed, they're not happy because you're probably overworking them. So it's not a pleasant place. But now, if you look at the business owner doesn't want to be the best web developer. The business owner wants to hire the best web developers, and that's the key. An employee can work 15, 16 hours, like I said. The business owner will hire hundreds of workers and get thousands of hours per day. And that's why the system is more valuable. If 3 employees get sick, it doesn't matter. The business will still running because there's many employees. And so with so much time is given into a system, they're going to make more money. And if you look at any neighborhood you drive in today, you see like big houses, nice cars. Most of those people are business owners or self-employed. They work for themselves. Because if you look at tax laws or tax incentives, they always favor a business compared to an employee. So businesses are always lucrative. But then people think that, okay, it's very lucrative. Why aren't more people involved in businesses? And another question is, why do 90% of businesses fail in the first 5 years? And the reason is because businesses have risk. You can have the great concept, you can have a great innovation, but that may be good for 1 or 2 years. In the next 2 or 3 years, somebody will have a similar concept, and then your model is not unique anymore. There's a lot of competition. So risk, competition, it takes capital to start a business, And not many people have capital to start a business. It takes a lot of money. And so when people look at all those things, they think, you know what, a job is good. I'll put in time, but I at least have a secure income coming in. I don't want to take the risk of having a business. So that's why not many people are in businesses. And if you look at the last quadrant, investors has businesses working for them. So someone who's in the investor stage, they're very wealthy. They own multiple businesses. And if you see like land, you know, if there's land available and you know that it's guaranteed to grow 10 times in the next 2 years, you'll say, wow, you know, that land is going to be worth 50 million in the next 5 years. I should buy that land. But you probably need 10 million now to buy that land. And that's where the problem is. Most people don't have $10 million or even $1 million today, so they cannot buy that land. But the wealthy people, the wealthy investors, they can buy that land. And so that's why they continue to become more wealthy. So now we're going to show you how you can transition yourself from being an employee or self-employed to a business owner or investor. And it's not just like moving from one side to the other or changing your postal address. It's about changing a mindset. A great example of this is Michael Jordan. In the 90s, when Michael Jordan was playing, he was the most wealthiest athlete in the world. He had the most high salary, and he was very wealthy. His value was probably about 30 million. Now, Michael Jordan hasn't played basketball for over 20 years now. He's retired, but his value is about 1.65 billion today. Why? Because he was employed before playing for a basketball team. Today, he's a business owner, owning the Michael Jordan brand. So with his brand, he owns a basketball team. So he's very wealthy today. And what he did, he got mentorship from other business owners and developed his brand, and he's very wealthy today. So he's a business owner today. So we'll show you how you can transition yourself today in the business world. So now Smita will talk about, you know, how life has changed from the industrial age to the information age.
Yeah, so definitely, like, you know, as Ashok spoke about the different sector we make money, doesn't matter in which sector you are. So the money we make, what we do with that money doesn't go to our bank, right? We spend those money, right? So with certain expenses we have fixed, right? Our mortgage, our rent, our car, in financing plan or whatever. So certain, expenses, you cannot control it. It goes from our bank itself. But then we have a big chunk of money that we go to stores and we do shopping, like, you know, all our FMCG product, like fast moving consumable goods, right? Like right now is 8 p.m. in Toronto, 8:30 p.m. If, you know, whoever is in this time zone, if you see from morning to evening, you know, you must have used at least 10 plus products. So what we do, you know, we buy those products from different retailers. So in this, you know, if you see here, it says industrial age model and information age model. So we are in industrial age model, most of us. That's how we are living, you know, making a living. And tonight we're going to show you how you can make a lifestyle by converting yourself in information age model. So what you do, basically, like as Ashok spoke about, whatever you are doing, employer, self-employed, you know, we trade our time and we earn income, and then we go to different retailers to buy the product. So what happens when we buy the product from retailers, we pay retail price. And we all know there is 40 to 60% margin on every single product that is manufactured in somewhere, and it comes to the retailer. So that MAD cost, we call it manufacturing, advertisement, and distribution cost. So that is around 40 to 60%. And us as a retailer, we pay to the store. If suppose I'm buying a toothpaste from Walmart and I say, hey, why you are charging me $2? That toothpaste must be manufactured in 60 cents. You know, the cashier will say, hey, you buy a truckload of toothpaste, you get for 60 cents too. I don't need truckload of toothpaste, right? So what we do here now in our information age model, so what we do, we get connected to the manufacturer basically. So whatever FMCG product we are buying on daily basis, instead of buying from different retailers, we get connected to direct selling companies, and then through those direct selling company, we create our own .com store. So we have our own virtual store, and we will buy our own stuff from our own store. That is called the presumption concept. So we are the producer and we are the consumer. So what happens? Taking out the money from one pocket and putting back in another pocket, because you are buying the product from your own product. Own store. So that margin 40 to 60%, what happens? It comes back to us as a business income. That's how we earn income. And if you think, all of you, like, we welcome all of you who are attending the first time our workshop. So if you think, how much money you are spending on monthly basis, and you are going to you are paying to retailers, and you're literally getting a product, and after 2 weeks and 4 weeks, the product is finished, back to square one, again going to retailer, right? So this is the first step. And then now the exciting part is what you can do, you can build your community for that. So suppose you started using the product, you started earning the income. Now you can build a community with your friends and family. They can do the exactly same thing. But what will happen, since you created that community, you will get the differential from their business as well. So that's how you make a lifestyle, you make an income, right? And so the product, now every business, the backbone is the product. So now you must be wondering, hey, what kind of product you are offering me? So we have amazing products, and we have everything you can think of except perishable. We don't have like milk, bread, vegetables, stuff like that. Everything else we have it. So we have health and nutrition, and these are the exclusive brands. We have health and nutrition. So in health and nutrition, we have food supplements, organic, Neutralite, food supplements. You can think of anything from head to toe, any supplements you can think of, we have it, right? We have an excess energy drink. In the beginning, I was talking to you, I call it a guilt-free drink because it has 0 carbs, 0 sugar, literally 8 to 10 calories. Some of you who watch your calories, you can understand how cool it is. Only 8 calories, you drink the whole can and you don't have to worry. Then we have a sports nutrition line. My son, he's 19, he goes to gym and all those. So we have amazing sports nutrition line, right combination of protein and everything. Because outside X brand, people get crazy, only the 40 grams protein, but they don't see like how much filler there is in 40 gram protein. You literally, how much you have to drink to get that 40 gram protein, right? Then we have my most favorite is a body key, the weight management. Everybody want to be fit. So we have a weight management line, right? You can have, healthy weight, right? Then we have a beauty and personal care. Beauty means skin care and cosmetics. So it's not only for ladies, we all have skin. Doesn't matter, what gender you are. We have, botanical plant-based skincare line. Most of the skin line are vegan certified. Then we have, a GNH line for our personal care. They are, amazing, like, no chemical. Glister is our oral care. Then we have a hair care line. So for every section, we have unique combination of the plant, and all these products are botanical, plant-based. So you don't have to worry for any kind of side effect or chemicals or anything. My favorites are home care and home, all these home care products. We have, all the cleaning product. They are phosphate free, ammonia free, chlorine free. We have all fabric bleach for the laundry. Can you imagine? You can put white and color in the same load. You don't have to worry. People get shocked when I say that. Oh, bleach without chlorine, you can put color and white in the same load. Then we have a water purification system. This is world's #1 water purification system. Because, why it is amazing? Because, it does not filter all the good minerals what we need, our body needs, right? So it is really, really, and water tastes amazing. Then we have our atmosphere, sky. The air, we cannot sense it, how bad the air we are breathing, especially now here in Toronto, or anybody is in Canada mostly. We have 8 months indoor, right? So we are breathing all that air. Nowadays, people have, so like, COVID, I notice it's like a status thing, having a pet. A lot of people are having dogs. So can you imagine if you have a pet in the house and you're breathing that air? This is a best thing we have. We have ICO. The cooking parts, you can do literally 0 oil cooking, healthy cooking. So, and then these are the exclusive products, right? But again, we want to buy some, like my boys, they have like all the shoes they buy. So we have all those branded stores are partner. So if you want to buy like branded stuff, still you can buy and you can earn income through that as well, right? So the direct selling company we are connected with, it's called Amway, American Way. And this company is, started in 1959. So right now, last year, 2021, you can see on the screen, the global sale was $8.9 billion, right? And, this is like, I don't have to talk about the credibility of the company. The company is running from 1959. That itself is, no need to explain how good the company is, right? But what is exciting part for me when I saw this opportunity, about this company, every single product has 180 days satisfaction guaranteed. What does that mean? Like this energy drink, I bought it and I drank one can and then I said, okay, I don't like this flavor. I can return the rest of the box. Or you bought a lip color, you don't like it, 6 months, you can live with the product for 6 months. And then the other exciting part is they have 900 plus patents. This is itself is a unique thing. It's a very rare thing, 900 patents plus patents, right? People start their own company to have one patent. How much time and money they spend, then they get one patent. So we are all set here. We don't have to worry for the quality of the product, credibility of the company, everything is there. We just simply switch our buying location and we start earning income, right? And there are so many different direct selling companies out in the market. Why Amway? Why we choose Amway? Because as I told you, it's a direct selling company, and according to DSA, Direct Selling Association, the world for 8 years is number 1 in the world, Amway, right? So you can see the credibility. I told you already the diverse product section. We have so many different range, whatever you can think of, we have it, right? We have in 100 different countries and territories. So this business is global. It's not like sitting in North America only. You can build a business anywhere, right? And then we have an IBOI board where we have our voice. If you have some suggestion, we can put as well, right? So this is very exciting. So we are basically called independent business owners. So we are a part of Amway actually, right? And then, Ashok is going to talk about the education, or like how we can build a business.
Yeah, education is really the key for anything in life, right? And our education system is with Brit Worldwide. They're like over a 50-year-old company, probably started in 1970 by a fellow named Bill Britt. And he was very successful in this opportunity, and he wanted to teach others so they can become successful like him. And we'll show you, like, just having a simple device like this, information is at your fingertips, because we have a lot of apps and tools, so you can have talks. For instance, this meeting is a worldwide meeting, and like Smita said, this business is over 100 countries worldwide, so there's meetings all over the world. So if you want to grow your network and introduce the opportunity to other people, you just have to use your device, check where meetings are, and send them a link to those meetings. And education is the key, because in Brit Worldwide, only those who reach a certain level in the business can teach and educate others, because they believe that unless you've done it yourself, you cannot teach others. And that's really powerful, because it makes a lot of sense, right? Because if you're successful, only then you can teach others, because there's a lot of books outside in the marketplace. There's a lot of seminars and everything, even in the education institution, in schools, there's a lot of professors. But as a professor is teaching business, has that professor ever done a business for themselves? In Brit Worldwide, these people have done the business, they've succeeded, and that's why they're teaching their success for you. And they're going to show you from their failures too, because they don't want you to make the same mistakes. That's what's really great. Just think about it. When you're driving your car all day, like if you're traveling to work, some people spend 1 hour going and 1 hour coming back. You can use that 1 hour by listening to talks and educate yourself. If you're traveling by bus as a student or train, while on your journey, you can listen to a talk and educate yourself. So you can use your valuable time smartly. And apps also have a lot of product demos, product information. So if you just in a conversation with somebody about a product, you can quickly find on your fingertips on your phone, you can access catalogs, pricing. You can even make an order on your phone. On your phone, you just place an order right away and close the sale on the spot. There's major conferences. And with Brit Worldwide, they have major conferences a few times a year, where people who are financially free and people who are succeeding in business come and teach you on the seminars. So there's a lot of good educational and tools available for you. So that's why the information is at your fingertips. It's very easy to build a business, unlike ever before. And so this is how the Amway business works. It's not like you register and then you get a product kit at your doorstep with some products, some brochures, and then you say, okay, now what do I do? You may think, okay, let me just talk to some people. And if you get some negative and everybody says no to you, is that the end of your business? Do you get discouraged? No, because in our business, everybody helps each other. So if you look at it, it's like your two arms, your left arm and your right arm. One arm is the Army Business Opportunity, which supplies you the best products and services in the world. And your other arm is BWW, which is a great training education system. All you have to do is shop, share, and educate yourself. But the best thing is that in this business, the mentorship is really important and really helpful in this business, because if you understand this business model, basically is when your team succeeds, when your network succeeds, only then you will succeed. So that's why there's a strong training and helping for everybody in this business. So when you're brand new, you don't have to worry about too much. You don't worry about having experience or anything. All you have to do is just learn for the people who invited you, learn for the person who invited you, make a list of people to talk about, and they'll guide you how to approach people. They'll guide you how to handle objections. They'll take you step by step until you're comfortable to do it on your own. So that's the really beauty about this stuff, because people cannot succeed on their own. People succeed as a team. So people will wonder now, like, how do you make money? We talked about money being unlimited. So here's Smita, she'll explain step by step how money is made.
All right, this is my exciting part, right? Now let's talk money, right? How we can see money. So before going further, guys, you see so many numbers on the screen, right? Just visualize, these are all dollars, these are all money, not numbers, right? So it will make more sense. So here on the left, you see on the yellow block here, you see it, there is a percentage value, right? 3%, and it goes all the way to 25%. So basically we get paid on 2-3 different ways. So we get paid, as I told you, remember 40 to 60%, like when you buy from your own store. So that 40 to 60% comes in different ways. So we are going to talk to you some of the percentage how we make the money, right? So the first is a retail profit. So when you retail the product to your friends and family, you get 10% retail profit. Then there is other one is called CSI bonus, customer sales incentive. So when you retail, you get another 10% CSI bonus. That's two. The third one is your performance bonus. So what is your total business? According to that, you get from 3% to 25%, right? So now in this example, and by the way, this is approved by CRA, it's a legal business. It's not like that we just come up with some numbers. So this is all approved. So here, we take an example of 150 points. So here in North America, as I told you, the business is global. So every different country has different currency, right? So we cannot do by the money value. So here we do the point value. So here in North America, every $3 you spend, you get 1 point. So $3 business volume is $3, point value is 1 point. So simple, $300 business, 100 point. So here we give an example of 150 points. So 150 points times 3 means you do $450 business in a month. So if you think, we all spend, actually we spend more than $450 in a month on all these FMCG products and all these stuff. So for example, if you do that, and out of that 150 points, you have 100 points VCS point. That means you have some customer. And so what happens, don't worry for the calculation, who is invited you go through again with them. They will explain you in detail all the calculation, but it's very straightforward. So here, for example, you did $300, retail. So you get 10% profit. So basically when you do retail, you get 11% uplift. So that's why it's not $30 is $33 because you get 11% uplift. Then your 3% performance bonus is, $13.50. And then customer sales incentive. So all together you made $67. Now you were thinking, we're talking for last half an hour and I'm talking about $67. Now think about that. To make this $67, what did you do? Did you take some extra course to build this business? Did you stop going work? Did you take a vacation and learn the business? No, I said in the beginning, whatever you are doing along with that, you can build the business. What you did, simply you switched your buying location and shared the product with some of your friends and family, right? And you earned $67. Now you will see the next step. What happens? Remember, I talked about the networking. You do, and then you build your community. So suppose you introduce 6 network in your organization. So you introduce 6 people to the business and you teach them the same thing what you are doing. Now you see the magic here. What happens? So now you and 6. So total 7 people are doing 150 points. So 7 times 150 is 1050. So you reached here at 1,000 points, you reach at 12% of performance bonus. So your retail profit still stays the same, right? Now you're getting, instead of 3%, you are getting 12% performance bonus, right? So here you see total $378. Now you see in red, in 81 in red, what does that mean? Because this business is performance based. So everybody in your team, they did their part, so they will get paid. But good news is you don't have to do all this calculation. Corporation does all the calculation, but you can see that on your screen, how the calculation is done if you want to learn. So now here your monthly income is $330. Think about that. You are doing a business of $450 and you are making $330. Not only that, now at this level, since you have a structure, there is an additional bonus called the BFI. It's a multiplier. So whatever you are making, you get 30% of more that. So that is an additional $89. So 330 plus 89. How cool is that? Right? I have never seen this multiplier thing anywhere. Now the next step, your 6 organization, everybody introduce 3 more people in their team. It's all about networking, right? So what will happen? You and 6 times 3, 18 plus 6 plus 1, total 25 people. So 25 multiplied by 150 is 3,750 points. With the uplift, you reach to 4,000 point. At 4,000 points, you will be at 21% of performance level. Here we are talking good money people, folks, let's pay attention. Again, you are still doing your retail profit. You are making your $33. See, again, this is approved by CRA. It's not written that you can do only $33 retail profit. You can do $100, $200 retail profit too. Is completely up to you. Here at 21%, look at this. Your income is $2,300. All together, your team member will be paid. You get to keep $1,423. Now at this level, another multiplier kicks in because of your structure and everybody is doing 150 PV minimum. So you already was getting 30%. Now you get 40% multiplier. So altogether, you are getting 70% multiplier. This is mind blowing, guys. Think about that. Look at this. Your original income is $1,400 and your multiplier is almost $1,000. Think about that, how much money you are making just by introducing few people, using the product and, sharing the product to the other people, right? And it's not done yet. Let's wait one more step. So now suppose every 3 of your network, they introduce 2 more people. Now, if you do the math altogether, there are 61 IBOs, 61 business owner in your team, and they are doing minimum 150. And believe me, we are family of 4. We spend around $1,000. So we are talking here about minimum. So whatever you are saying, this is the minimum criteria income. If somebody is doing more than 150, they will make more money, right? So now you reached at 25% of the bonus level. That's the top actually. At 25%, altogether your turnover was $1,800. Again, your team member got paid their chunk. You get to keep 2,845, right? Plus, look at this multiplier. It's 1,800. My goodness, 1,800 right here. You are talking about good $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? And let me tell you, this $4,000 to $5,000 a month, if you maintain this for 12 months, you call a Q12 platinum, you get additional bonuses. And other thing is, if you are working and you are making, suppose your salary is 100K, so if you do the math, so 100 divided by 12, right? So you should make almost $8,000-9,000 a month. But I'm sure some of you must be making that money and just you think how much bi-weekly check you get. Here, this is your net income. Gross income is the same. It's not a gross income. It is a net income. That much money will come in your bank. That was the most exciting part for us when we saw this. And, when I reached at this level, I decided to, to build the business full-time. As Shubha said, I'm building the business full-time by choice. So that's why I decided that, right? And now So if I summarize you, so I told you like 3 different ways we make money, like we make so many different ways, but we are talking here 3 different ways. So first was retail margin. Second one is your performance bonus, and then different incentives, right? Like, CSI bonus, then you reach Q12, 12 out of 12, you get the bonuses, right? But now the exciting part is, suppose you reach at 25%, right? This is the beautiful part of our business, unlike the conventional business. If I have a pizza shop and my brother-in-law wants to open a pizza shop, what do you think? I'm going to tell him my secret? Never, because he is my competition. Here, what happens if I start making $4,000 to $5,000, my team member, I will happily teach my team member to help them to make that 25%. You know why? When I will help any of my team member, suppose I help one of my network to reach 25%, like how I am making it, what will happen? My additional bonus is called the leadership bonus will kick in. So I will get 6% leadership bonus. That is approximately $1,300 per month. So think about that. At 25%, you are already making that much money, 28 plus this. Now you got another $1,350. How cool is that? So that's why we call it a win-win situation business. There is no competition, there is no hidden agenda, because it's all we win together. So if I help my team member, my network to go 25%, it's not like that I have to worry, oh no, then what will happen to me because they are at the same level like me. No, I will get additional $1,350. And if I help 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, 6, you get 6 times $1,350, right? So that's how, and we are fortunate that we have a couple in the room. They helped 6 of their organization. So they are at that level. They are making so much money, and they are, not working. They are retired in their early 20s and 30s, both husband and wife, right? So now, Ashok is going to talk about why this business is not a pyramid.
Yeah, we're a performance-based business, and sometimes people think that the people at the top are making all the money and we're working hard. But if you look at a pyramid structure, the actual pyramid structure is in your corporate work. If you look at your job in any corporation, it's a pyramid, right? Because no matter how hard you work, the person on the top always going to make more than you. For instance, if you look at a pyramid, the CEOs at the top, then you have the different vice presidents, then you have the different directors and the managers. So no matter how hard you work, your manager will make more money than you. No matter how hard the manager works, the director will make more money than the manager. The VP may work maybe like 4 hours a day, but they'll make more money than the person who's an engineer working 15 hours a day, right? So that's really what happens in a corporate structure, because no matter how hard you work, you never make more than the VP or the CEO. Now, in our industry, it's a performance-based business. So those who work harder get paid more. So just look at this illustration. It's very simple, easy to understand. You have 3 businesses, A, B, and C. Now, A came into a business, but they only helped one person make 6%, and they weren't very active after that. B is also in business for a long time, and they helped 3 businesses make a 6% level. So B is actually below A, but B is making more money. Now, let's say C is the only business for 5 years, but in those 5 years, C has worked harder than A and B, and they have helped 6 businesses go 6%. So now C is below A and B, but C is making more money because C has 6 different businesses making 6%. So their income is actually higher. So you can be somebody on the call today and join the business, and the next year or 2, you can make money than most people on the call tonight. It's up to you, because it's a free enterprise system. Those who work harder get paid more. It's as simple as that. And also, the business can take you many places. Like, there's a lot of great lucrative trips and incentives out there. You can have trips anywhere in the world if you reach certain levels. For instance, if you go to Hawaii, there's certain places in Hawaii where to stay there, it costs about $10,000 a night. And the company pays everything fully, from your trip there, your airline tickets, your hotel, everything is fully paid. So it's really a great incentive, to visit the world. There's a lot of great lucrative opportunities for you there. But we talked about a lot of things tonight, right? The key things to summarize what we talked about is honoring a partnership. You should have a desire to learn and grow. You should have integrity and accountability. We talked about a fact-based decision-making, strong values and a positive attitude, and a willingness to accept mentorship. And this is the key, because a lot of times people, they're gung-ho, they research things, they say, oh, I know a lot of ways I can do much better in this opportunity. But keep in mind, the person who's been in business for a while went through a lot of failures and rejections. And so they want you to succeed and learn from those failures. So they're going to guide you that you don't make the same mistakes they did. And so that's why mentorship is really important, because if you follow, the system and follow what they teach, then you can really grow in a big way. And the next steps for yourself in this business is to really think about what we talked about tonight. Just think out there in the world today, what other opportunity is there that has zero risk, right? Because in this opportunity, whatever initial registration cost you have, within the next 6 months, you can get your full refund of that registration cost. All you have to do is send an email or phone call to the corporation and tell them that, I don't want to do this business anymore. They'll refund you your cost. No questions asked. So there's zero risk. And then what other opportunity is there to build a business alongside your work and studies, right? And, we talked about a great business model. In e-commerce, there's many different business models like Amazon and many other opportunities. But which of those opportunities allow you to build a big network? You have to think about that. There's not many. And so, you just think about what the opportunities, how many opportunities have unlimited income at potential. Because we saw tonight, there's the leadership bonus and stuff, there's no cap. You can make $100 a month, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. It's up to you. You can be financially free. The sky's the limit. Amway never puts a cap on how much money you're making. They'll never say you're making too much money, because you make money for them, Amway grows too. So it's a win-win situation. The money will never run out, right? But some people will still be skeptical. They'll say, let me do some research. I'll just say that, the internet is a search engine, not a research engine, because anybody can post anything. You can Google any topic, from the prime minister of any country to God. There's negative and positive about every opportunity out there, right? What you want to do is learn from people who actually are in the business. When me and my wife came to the first opportunity, in the meeting, we saw various types of people. We saw young people in college, university building the business. We saw single people building the business. We saw older people in their 60s building a big business. Someone who has a high education, a PhD building a business. Someone who's a doctor building a business. Someone is a truck driver building the business. So it doesn't matter what your credentials and education. A lot of people are building the businesses. And so we thought that there must be something in this business that so many people are successful, and we wanted to learn. And we talked to people, and we just want to see, what they're doing. And that's the best thing, because if you just talk to people who don't really understand the business, they may try the business. A relative may have done some business before. They have seen the opportunity before a couple of years back. But ask them, have they actually really did the business? Do they understand about performance levels in the business, how they work? And they may say yes or no. That means they didn't really understand the business. They tried it. But there's difference between trying a business and actually doing a business. So you want to get information from people who actually done the business. That's what me and my wife did. I remember being excited and telling my father about it. And he is saying that, oh, no, you guys are educated, you have good jobs. Don't get into those things. These things don't work. Because he was being protective, right, as a parent. But when we saw people in that field, we said, well, let's ask them what they're doing. And then we got in touch with the person who invited us. And we said, okay, let's follow a system. And that's what we did. Today, if I listened to my father, we wouldn't be the platinums in the business today, right? So you want to get information from the right people. And then when you do that, it's like everything in life. When you're a student, are you going to ask information about a course from someone who's an A student, or are you going to ask someone who's failing the course, right? Are you going to ask someone for financial advice from a relative, or are you going to ask financial advice from someone who's a financial planner? Right? Do you want to go Google WebMD for some kind of ailment, or do you want to see a real doctor and get a real information from a real doctor, right? So get information from the right source, make a list of questions you have, get back to the person who invited you, and get those questions answered within the next 24 to 48 hours. Because that's what information is the most fresh in your mind. It's a really great pleasure talking to you tonight. And thank you so much. And back to those, Shubha.
Wow, thank you so much, Smita and Ashok, for the great presentation. So you guys deserve another round of applause. Thank you. So now I'm going to invite, as Smita says, that we are fortunate to have the couple who is very successful in their business. They are our mentor, So I'm going to invite Sid and Roop Ganguly in this call. Over to you, Sid.
Yes, thank you, Shubha. This is replace. All right, guys. Thank you, folks. Shubha, that was awesome. And thank you, Ashok, Smita, for a wonderful presentation, wonderful evening. Good evening, everybody. This is Sid. We saw and we've been involved in the business for a little while now. And just like you guys, we came to a presentation several years back. And boy, aren't we lucky that we took this seriously and we built our business. We learned from people who are extremely successful. And what happened was, we developed some skills that we didn't have. That's essential. We had never done a business before. So if you're new and you're wondering how to do, if you're a new IBO, if you're a new partner with us, or if you're a prospect with us, I know a lot of things are going on in your mind. But I'm here to take the anxiety away. When I saw the business, I was a chartered accountant working for a bank. But everyone knows job's not stable. And however much a job can give you, you're worth much more. And with that in mind, I was always looking to do something, but I never had the money. And truly, I never had anyone to guide me. So it's a forest out there, folks. What do you do with all your dreams that you have trapped in your heart and the vision that you have for yourself? You can't do much. So all of us do what we are told to do, what we see other people do. We get a job and keep grinding. And I used to meet young people at work and they used to say, one day we'll get out. But honestly, tell me, folks, is there really a way out? There isn't a way out. And what's happening is every country, including Canada, we keep on increasing our minimum retirement age because the government doesn't have money to pay. Now, you must understand that when you see the stock market falling and all of that, you must understand the recession and all of that is real. And we do not have that kind of money. Now, in between all of this melee and confusion, there's one thing that's constant, and that's you. You have the ability to create your own future. You have power, you have strength. Right now, you're giving that power and strength to your employer. If you're self-employed, you're trapped in a little box and you're running around in a box like a mouse on a Ferris wheel. Now, what we've shown you is something finally you can perhaps escape from your cage. You're here, you saw how to create a business network. Now, we give you a little flashpoint. We didn't tell you everything. For that, you need to sit down again. And if you're in the business already, you know what I'm talking about. It's completely in your hands. No one can take this opportunity from you. Everyone starts at the ground level. I did too. You will too. My mentors who are mega millionaires, they did too. So I logged in with Amway, got myself a business number, made sure I started attending the meeting so I would learn. Make sure I got on BSM so I would learn. That was my story when I started this business. And then what happened was I started actually understanding how to build the business beyond the excitement, how to build the business. I developed leadership skills. I understood how to handle rejection. And I understood how to balance life between work, your family, and business, because I learned from people who went through the same minefield as I did, who were as successful as I wanted myself to be. I met very many people who were successful and free time and money through this business. And I learned from them, I acquired those skills. And then I started building the business. I started talking to people. I started handling rejection. And you know what, folks? I found out that there are lots of people out there who want a better life for themselves, who are willing to work hard, who are willing to pay the price. And it was my job to find them. And when I found them, like we did Ashok and Smita and Shubha today, we helped them, all right? And we tried our best to help them. Some ways were right, some ways were wrong. But we did our best. We put our best foot forward. And then what happened? One led to two, led to four. And just like the way Facebook expands or the social networking side expands, your network marketing business will expand. And today, honestly, we have business all over the world. We've been able to replace our jobs and spend time home. I'm wondering if my wife, she is actually overseas, if she can join me. I can't see you. If you can, just give me a holler and we'll try to spotlight you.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I'm right
Oh,
here.
there you go.
Yes. Hello, all the way from India, Delhi, live from India, Delhi. And this is exactly why I joined the business. because so that I could serve my parents at that level. I wanted time. I just wanted to be time rich, right? So all the blessings galore. I know it's holiday time, there is a lot of jolly around, and lots of blessings from my folks as well, from my parents. And so nice to see the team around. And all of you guys are here for the first time. Let me tell you, we're just two ordinary people willing to do something extra on a day-to-day basis because our intentions were pure, and we were willing to learn and become. That's what the business is all about. You don't have to walk in with any skill sets, but all you need to do is just hold your mentor's hands tight, all right? And they would take you to the promised land. And that's how the business works. It's so simple. It's this: first you learn, then you teach, and then you duplicate your efforts. And always the outcome is the most important for you guys, right? Like for me and Sid, our outcome was to retire early and to serve the parents and to raise the child. We have a 22-year-old. Of course, he's 22 now, but we raised him all along. So all these serendipities could only happen because of the business, the tangible and intangible. Okay, pom pom, as we say, peace of mind and plenty of money. So if you want a combo of two, okay, of course, with the combo, we have excess energy drink for free. All right, not a Coke or a Pepsi. But anyways, thank you very much. And back to the hostess with the mostest, Shubha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rup Vincent. So that was our end of this session. So I'm going to request new people, if you are first time here, so connect to the person who invited you here and book a Zoom meeting or book an in-person meeting for the follow-up. And I'm going to ask IBUs to log off and join the training session. Thank you so much.